So we're actually live now.
I think so.
Peter's behind the camera getting things squared away, so...
Our exciting first moment. You want to see if we're showing up there?
We are. It's just coming up now, yeah.
There we go.
It's
Look
official.
at that.
We're now live.
Look at that. Well, this is a first.
Totally.
This is literally the very first time we've ever been on YouTube Live, and we said that tomorrow was going to be the first time.
Tomorrow's officially the first time.
Yeah, pretend this isn't happening. We're not really here right now. This is only a test.
You're not really seeing this.
Yeah, we thought it would be a good idea if we came on here and just made sure that the lighting was good and our setup was good and that people could actually hear us.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't want to do our first ever live broadcast and have some kind of an epic fail where everybody was screaming.
Yeah, we figured that would be a bad idea with over 300,000 entries in our giveaway. We know everybody's eager to find out who won, and we thought that if we had an epic fail tomorrow, that would be a bad idea.
Just a little.
So, we're getting comments already. On we were going to ask to let us know how things were. Somebody said we need backlight. What else does it say there?
How's the audio? If you guys can hear us okay, please
can you hear us okay? We apologize. We're still a little jet lagged. We some of you may know we were in Panama last week with Nikki and Jason Wynn.
Yeah.
Sailing their catamaran through the Panama Canal, and
what an experience that was! Oh my God!
Stay tuned for video about that from both us and from them, but in the meantime we're a little tired, so
so we may not have figured all this stuff out right.
Somebody wants to know what's in the box already, so did anybody say whether they can hear us all right?
Yeah, CAF 91060 said we can hear and see you fine, coming through loud and clear, audio sounds good. It may not be our normal heavy gravitas because it's a different mic than we use for the regular videos.
Right.
Yeah, we'll speak deeper.
Anyway, we're really here for...
And no, Kimmy Russell, this is not your Christmas present unless you're one of our 12 winners.
Yeah, we'll tell you what's in the box here shortly. We're actually... There's actually...
Nothing
in it yet, but we're expecting Santa to be putting 12 valuable gifts in here tonight.
That's right. He's going to sneak in here. We got to leave out cookies and milk.
So we're here for a couple of things. One is we're here to test going live on YouTube, since we've never done it before.
Yeah, apparently it's working.
Yeah, I guess so.
Imagine that. YouTube knows what they're doing.
And the other is as a reminder that tomorrow, which is December 7th, 2017. Did I get that right?
Yes, tomorrow's December 7th, 2017.
I got it. And tomorrow will be live at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Which is 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Which leaves you in Mountain and Central time to figure it out for yourselves.
Yeah, apparently you guys are better at figuring out time zones than East Coast and West Coast people.
Yeah, so we're kind of all set up. This is very casual. We did bring the box out because everybody's been asking about the gifts that came out of the box last week. And like we said, this is going to get filled up tonight with...
our accounting firm.
Yeah, our accounting firm of Deloitte & Touche is out there.
Very diligently tallying all the totals.
They're busy making sure that everything is certified and ready to go for tomorrow.
Checking in with the academy.
And we have all our props ready.
Oh, that's right.
We'll have our props all set.
Yes, our hats.
These will be for tomorrow. We have to have
ready to go.
We have to go into hair and makeup and costume.
Yeah, there's no amount of makeup that's going to make us look good.
So while we're here, we can do a little Q&A or whatever.
Right.
We can see things pouring in. I'm sorry we're still new to going live and we are not following along on all the comments, but if anybody's got some comment or question that they want answered while we're sitting here right now live,
Blade Chevrolet says very short time in hair, laugh out loud, for hair and makeup.
Oh, nice.
Our beards actually require more hair.
Oh, by the way, as a matter of fact, we're going to be doing a video about winter RVing again coming up next, and these beards were not just grown to do a Christmas video, but for warmth. That's part of our plan to stay warm this winter.
That's right.
So what is anybody talking about over here in the comments?
Let's see. Milton Chambers wants to know if we're going to Quartzsite.
Milton, we will not be in Quartzsite this year, but we think that will be the last time that's going to happen. We're planning to be back down there on subsequent years. We normally bum around the desert Southwest for most of every winter, but we have other plans for this winter and this coming year. But you can count on us being back there next year. We'll probably make an appearance or two while we're there.
We're going to need to thaw out.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Yeah, we'll shave the beards. The beards will come off first.
Wendy's got a big question. Okay. Any advice for first-time boondocking? Wow.
Boy, this may sound like a cop-out, but watch our videos.
No.
A first-time boondocking thing, a big deal on that is getting squared away with power, water, and wastewater resources. So you need to learn how to use as little water as possible. Practice showering in the smallest amount of water you can.
Yeah, Navy shower.
Navy shower for sure. We've been talking about doing a video on how to shower in 1 gallon of water, so I guess we'll have to get that together.
Well, and I would also recommend, for your first time boondocking, try and keep the duration a little shorter so that you're not, running out there expecting to be able to stay, 2 weeks or a month in one spot.
That's good advice.
Only to find out that you're not going to make it. So
go for 3 or 4 days to start with.
It'll give you a good feel for what your typical power usage is like and that kind of thing.
Right, that's the big thing you got to watch is your power usage and your water usage.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
All right. What else we got?
Sorry, there's a ton. I can see there's a ton of comments pouring in. I apologize, we're missing them all.
Yeah, Kirk and Patrice added, and capture the cold water in a bucket while you're waiting for shower water to get warm. Then pour this water back into the holding tank. So yeah, we do that. Right.
That's one of the tips we did in one of our videos is to use a pitcher and run your cold water from your shower, run your hot water rather, up into the pitcher so that you don't let that go down the drain, and then use that for other things like flushing the toilet.
Yeah, and Tina Gallagher's recommending no rinse shampoo and no rinse body wash.
I use no rinse shampoo.
1 quart water use for a full bath. So yeah, that's definitely for more hardcore dry camping. With our tanks and stuff like that, we generally don't need to revert to that kind of stuff, but that's a good idea.
And thanks, Milton. We do see there's 184 people watching. So, again, this is the first time we've ever done this. If this is something that people like, maybe we'll do it more often.
Yeah.
And do Q&As. Although we'll have to have someone help us, I think, handle the comments because I see them coming in too fast for us to get them.
And I think we'll need to target a topic in order to make sure that we can be focused on something.
Exactly.
John Shretland said your glasses are reflecting the lights when looking at the camera. Sorry.
Oh, I'm going to look like this. How's this, John? Is better?
We'll just look off to the side.
John, you're not that far from here. You can come in person and help us do this.
Greg Craft Music asked how to enter the drawing, and sorry, Greg, the drawing has already ended.
Right, it ended on Sunday at midday. But
if you didn't know about it, you should head on over to the RVgeeks.com, and on the upper right-hand corner, there's that subscription entry. Enter your email address to subscribe to the RVgeeks.com, because that's where you'll get the first notifications about any new giveaways that come up.
And those who've watched us before know we do giveaways quite often, although after this epic 12 prize giveaway, I think we might just take a little break for the winter and let things settle down. This one was kind of epic. We're paying Deloitte and Touche overtime.
A lot of tallying.
A lot of tallying of winners, yeah.
Let's see. Vegas Dave TV asked, how was Panama?
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, hey,
It was fantastic, I have to say. We had such a great time with Nikki and Jason, and
they're wonderful people.
We're going to be doing a video about it, but we are not going to try to compete with the epic travel videos that they make. We will consider the video that we do to be basically the blooper reel for Nikki and Jason's video.
Yeah, we saw some of the footage they were getting in advance of our arrival and everything. It's going to be awesome.
We want to release our video at the same time they do, so they said they're running about a month to 2 months behind. Mm-hmm. So we're going to coordinate a simultaneous release. I can promise you their video is going to be cool, and you're going to get to see how the locks work.
Yeah.
And that was the coolest thing we have ever seen, is seeing those locks in action and participating and handling the lines. It was amazing.
Yeah, we've always wanted to go through the Panama Canal, but I just sort of always assumed it meant going through on a big cruise ship, which would have been a totally different experience.
Completely different.
Yeah, being on Curiosity, we were in the lock. When you're being lifted, you're 30 feet down and looking up at the side of the wall. It was really
like
cool.
Being in a 1,000-foot-long concrete pit.
Very cool. Can't thank them enough for letting us participate in that. That was just mind-blowing.
Thank you, Nikki and Jason.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that we don't have Nikki's great cooking now that we're home.
Yeah, right.
And we're cold.
We're going to starve to death now. Let's see. Rob Long asked, will you guys ever come east to visit the maritime provinces?
Okay.
Very timely.
Can we spill that?
Yeah, sure.
I guess we can.
What the heck? It's not a secret.
As a matter of fact, Rob, we have been to the Maritimes before. We spent an entire summer in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. We did not do it justice, even in a whole summer, and this coming spring, we plan to drive all the way across Canada and end up in the Maritimes and try to see more of Nova Scotia. We were only in the northern half, Cape Breton Island, Cheticamp, that area, and Murphy's Cove.
Yeah.
And down to Halifax. This time we want to do Newfoundland and Labrador, PEI, the whole thing, and spend probably all of July, August, September up there. That's the plan.
Probably biting off more than we can chew again, but hey, even if it's just an
overview.
overview.
We're coming.
We're coming that way. Brace yourselves.
Yep.
Let's see.
What else have we got?
Chuck Neal asked, "Where are you? Where are you? Where will the cold video be? Where will the cold video be?"
Okay, so we can admit that the cold video isn't going to be that cold. We are in Canada, and if we left it at that, you would probably think we're going to be in the Arctic.
Yeah, we're in the Pacific Southwest.
That's right.
Which, unlike San Diego, isn't quite that warm this time of year.
We're on British Columbia's lower mainland right now, and we're going to be staying in a site for the winter that only has 30 amp service and limited access to propane, and we're going to do it anyway. And our next two videos, just to kind of tease that in, are going to be about a special mod that we just made to our rig to allow us to get by with electric-only heating in sub-freezing temperature with only 30 amp service, sort of. We're going to leave that out there as a tease. That'll be our next video coming up. It'll be a two-parter.
And let's see, you want to do, let's see. Oh, and Randy Bobandy asked if we have all LED at this point.
I think we are there, except for some of the external.
Yeah, I think the only thing we don't have LED lights on right now is the tail lights and the marker lights on the parking lights on the front of the RV. I think everything inside now.
I'm looking around.
Oh, the oven light.
Yeah, we never. Well,
yeah, we don't use that often.
That doesn't count.
And when we're dry camping,
we do have because of the way the dim lights work on our RV, these couple over our heads here. The way Newmar has them set up is they give them 6 volts for low, for dim, and 12 volts for bright. Unfortunately, LEDs don't work with that, and we are talking with Steve from M4 about possible way to work a dimmer in. He's got something, we just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, and as of right now, the only option would be to actually wire a dimmer in at each light, and that's sort of a pain in the neck.
I see that Chuck says we have fantastic LED lighting. Yeah, we have different colors here. We use all warm white or natural white all throughout the rig. The only place we have cool white.
I was going to say, but to be fair, a lot of the light that we're getting right now is from box lights.
If you're talking about the lighting on us
these
now,
are LED.
We have 2 big box lights. Matter of fact,
which is what John was saying. We're reflecting in our glasses. So
yeah, if you can see reflections here, you're seeing our box lights.
So those are natural daylight white.
Right. I think they're.
Milton wants RV Geeks shirts. 1 black polo.
It's funny, Milton. We were talking with Nikki and Jason, who just got stuff in for what's called swag. Baseball caps and T-shirts, and they got shirts that they designed for Curiosity for Gone with the Winds, and we were saying,
who would ever want an RV
Who would
Geeks
want
shirt?
these? If T-shirts and caps are something that people would appreciate and really get them. We designed this logo ourselves like 10 years ago for our website design business, and we're not professional logo designers, but we were thinking a shirt that said something like "I'm an RV geek" would be good, but it doesn't go with our logo. But we're thinking about it.
Yeah, right. If more people are interested in it, please let us know, because we'll definitely look into it.
Yeah. Let's get a couple more, and then
Jacques Mertz asked, will you be at any of the other rallies this winter? No, unfortunately, since we are staying north this year, we will not be going to any rallies.
Not this winter, but next year. We are almost certain. We were invited to come to a number of things in Quartzsite and in Texas this year that we had to decline for just for personal and travel reasons, but we do plan to be back in the Desert Southwest next winter for sure, and that includes Southern California, Quartzsite, Texas possibly. We'll kind of hit the whole area up. What else you got?
Let's see.
This is kind of fun. I hope everybody's enjoying this. I had no idea what this would be like to actually sit here live, even though we watch friends like Chris and Cherie from Technomatia do this all the time. We just watched a live broadcast from Kyle and Olivia, our friends from Driving and Vibing.
They do Q&As all the time.
They make it look so easy.
I know. They're young. It's natural for them.
I think next time maybe we won't get all fancy. If you saw the lights that are set up here, you'd think we were in a recording studio. It's really... Right.
And yet it's not making us look any better, is it?
It's not. Yeah. It's probably making me look worse because I got a lot of shine on top of my head.
Dreaming Fool 2 asks, any plans to switch to a tankless water heater? Would love to see a video by you guys about that subject. And
it's interesting you should ask that, because someone asked us about that recently, who I think they either installed one or they were going to, and there's some issues that we're not sure about yet, mostly to do with, and John has researched this more than I have, so you'll correct me.
I haven't stayed abreast of the recent stuff. But
mostly to do with ones we had looked at in the past being very, the low flow that you use when you boondock. You trickle water at such a tiny rate, like we can literally shower in a gallon of water. Mm-hmm. And that extremely low flow rate may not be enough to trigger the hot water to come up without running more water.
Right. So we were sort of concerned about that from the dry camping perspective and what impact that would have on our water usage. Right. We certainly like the idea of the instant hot and having, effectively an unlimited hot supply of water and having it only heat when you need the water, which is great. But actually with our tank, typically, even when we're dry camping, we may turn it on in the morning to heat a tank of water to do dishes with breakfast. That stays warm enough throughout the course of the day that we only have to turn it on again until evening when we're getting ready to shower. So we heat it up, so we're not using that much propane to heat either.
Yeah, our typical boondocking thing is we turn the water heater on once a day, right after dinner to do the dishes and shower, and shut it off before we do any of that. And that 12 gallons of hot water, we do have a large water heater, but that 12 gallons of water will do dishwashing, 2 showers, and even have a little bit of warmth for washing faces the next morning, because we shower at night.
So let's see.
Just 1 or 2 more, because we want to... we actually hadn't planned to barge in unannounced for this long. We thought we would do a quick test and remind everybody about tomorrow, but this is fun. As long as everybody's enjoying it and has questions, that's great.
Prevo H345, which, first of all, just jealous right off the bat.
You have a Prevo? Oh, who has a Prevo?
This guy, Prevo H345, says, not with the newer Girard tankless. I replaced an awful Atwood and love it. So that's
We'll have to look into that.
I had heard that the Girards were better, and then there's so many others. Truma and Aldi are now beginning to get into the U.S. market, and they've got some interesting units that are a little bit more of a hybrid with a very small tank that then could help short circuit that, all that kind of stuff. So Tony M asked, do you need to vent with house propane heat? So if you're talking about the built-in furnace, you don't specifically need to vent as a result of the heat itself, because the combustion gases from the furnace are being blown out the exhaust pipe. They're not actually coming inside, so the moisture from the heat is not coming in. And forced hot air heat is generally a little bit of a drier heat because it's superheating the air. But again, in the wintertime, you may need to just sort of keep an eye on things. For us, our windshield is sort of our canary in the coal mine, since it's the single pane glass. So if the moisture starts building up from showering or cooking or things like that, that's the first place it starts showing for us.
Right.
And that means it's time to start venting.
Now, if you're boondocking, when we boondock, we use a ventless propane heater a lot, because it uses 0 power and sips propane. And you've seen it featured before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little controversial, because some people don't think you should ever use a ventless propane heater indoors. Well, a lot of people do. We have a lot of friends who boondock in Quartzsite all winter, and they heat the entire winter with Cozy World or Mr. Heater propane heaters. The only thing with those is they do create more moisture, and you do need to vent the window with those, because they're not externally vented.
Well, and also because you want to make sure that you're not consuming all the oxygen and causing a problem with that. It will start incomplete combustion, so then you can start getting carbon monoxide. So if we're using our little portable heater that has the open flame, we always have a window cracked and usually a roof vent open as well, so we're getting circulation of air through. But again, typically, if you're just talking about the built-in RV furnace, you don't have to vent anything. You don't need to vent for moisture created by the propane burning or from the furnace running.
You don't really need to vent at all.
But again, if you're sealed tight as a drum, it's going to be trapping your shower moisture, your just breathing moisture,
Right.
and your cooking moisture. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. You do need to be aware.
While we're showering, we turn on the vent in the bathroom to vent moist air outside to keep us from having a moisture problem in here.
Yeah, and Rod Becker commented and said, winterizing the instant heat heaters are not too easy. The smaller tubes are hard to get all the water out. Hadn't even thought about that one as an
Well, there's two solutions to that. One is to full-time and never winterize.
Well, and Snowbird.
And the other is to snowbird.
Yeah, right.
Which you're going to see in our next video. People say, why are you staying in cold weather again?
We don't know why.
The reason we're making the next video about staying up here, a two-part one, is because the first video will be about why people stay in cold weather. There are many reasons. Mm-hmm. And the second one is where we're going to show you step-by-step a tutorial on how we did this mod on our rig recently that's allowing us to heat on a 30 amp outlet.
Don't give away too much.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that much.
No, right. Move south, yeah. Daniel Ratliff.
We got that, Daniel.
Yeah, we normally are smarter than this, but sometimes life gets in the way, and we are where we are.
Anyway, we should...
okay, so yeah, we should probably get going.
Well, we were going to get... I see there's 225 people watching, which is...
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for being here. I do want to mention that if anybody sees this video after it's live right now, because it'll be archived almost immediately on YouTube.
Is now? Are we watching now?
This is now.
This is now. Except if you're watching it when it's not now, and then it's before.
That's a Spaceballs reference. If you haven't seen the movie yet, watch it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, we want to remind everybody that tomorrow, on December 7th, right?
Yes.
Thursday,
December 7th.
It's one of the things about being full-timers. Even if you work, you don't always know what day it is. So tomorrow is Thursday, December 7th, 2017, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
8 p.m. Eastern, which then would be 7 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Mountain.
How'd you figure that out?
I just counted backwards.
He knows his gazintas real well. So we will be right here on our channel live, and we are going to open this box, which again, it's
there will be stuff in there.
It's empty, but we've been promised that Santa is going to deliver overnight tonight 12 winners' names for well over $5,000 worth of prizes that we are giving away, and we want to thank everyone who entered. We want to thank all of the companies that contributed all these great prizes. And we have one other thing too that's really going to be neat. We yesterday received a gift from all of you that is so cool. We can't wait to share it.
I'm not even sure how you knew what we wanted.
But we got something that when we got back here from Panama, that there was something waiting for us that we were so excited to get, and it is a gift from all of you. And we will say thank you now, and we'll show it to you tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So now you have to come back because
that's right.
I've put the teaser out there, right?
Because you probably don't know what you got us.
You don't remember what you bought us.
No, you bought it so long ago.
Anyway, we'll see everybody tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and best of luck in the giveaway. Thank you so much for coming and watching us on this very impromptu thing that we thought would last 5 minutes.
And we'll go through all the comments after the fact because they were streaming by faster than we could keep up
with. We apologize we can't answer more here. They're going by too fast. We're going to have to get help here to answer those. So, see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Got it?
It's a wrap.